Hey people, YouTube land, Zach Hall back here, and today we're going to go over a review of another Bible I rebound and compare it to my first rebind and show you kind of the differences and comparisons there. But first I'm going to show you some pictures of this Bible, which was a Thomas Nelson Pew Bible, large print. And so I really liked the text block and wanted to rebind this one. And so I'll show you a picture of the old cover, and then you'll see pictures of the process of putting this together, and I'll come back and show you the final product. All right, welcome back. So I'll go over the Bible here with you. So I did the brown goatskin again because that's what I had on hand. And then I did 5 raised hubs on the outside. And these, you'll notice, are a lot thinner as far as they're not as pronounced on that end than my old one. So here's the first rebind I did, and you can see a lot more pronounced on the ribs. But I like these ones better. I like the thinner look as far as it's not as protruding out there, but I do like the thickness I did on them. They seem to form better with a tool, so it's a very clean look on the spine. Then on the outside, I did do the tooled line as well, all the way. Did 3 ribbon markers, 2 brown and 1 gold, or yellow. Really, it's more of a yellow color. There's that. The head and tail bands are original to the book. I just re-glued them back on. So they had white head and tail bands, and I thought that was good since the page edges were white. Go ahead and leave them in that color. Now, what's different between this rebind, though, and this one is I did a paste down liner in this one. This one I did an edge line with a leather liner. And this was really cool. So this is lambskin on the inside. Black lambskin. It is so soft and supple. You can just see that cover just rolls right up. It's very flexible. And then I did a tab line construction, did the end sheets, cut those out as well, and then glued them in here. And then you pretty much have the text of the Bible. And I'll say too, it definitely lays a little bit better with the leather liner than this one does. You see on my first rebind, I did blue ribbons. And you can even see, though, you can see how much glue kind of came out there. So the nice thing about this rebind, this came out a lot more clean. Not as much glue usage there. My corner work was a lot better. So you see these corners are just terrible, but they were a first attempt. And the corners on this, you can see it turned out a lot more rounded. Turned out a lot better. The folds were a lot better. Show you the back of it. So those turned out a lot better this time, so I was pretty happy about that. And that's the back of the cover. The only, well, let's see, one other thing. But here you can see paste off liners, a lot different construction. Tab block still. But then back here, I also ripped that on accident with the glue. So that was also a mess up. And you can kind of see the paper here is just kind of gotten everything on it. And then the other thing was with the tab liner in this, and because it's such a small Bible, it just wants to open or just close as soon as you open it. Whereas this one, I could just tell immediately because of that leather liner, it has a lot more flexibility. The spine has a lot more space to breathe. So like here I'm in Numbers, Exodus, and it still stays open. Whereas I can't get this Bible to lay flat in Exodus. It will just close. So that was another cool thing just with a leather line Bible. In the process of making it and everything was, it just, you could tell the binding was a lot more flexible. That lambskin is a lot more flexible. So it lays really nice. See how it fits there in the book block. And so what I really wanted to do, the one thing I really failed at on this one was again, the measurements. I tried to double measure, triple measure, and it still seemed like when I put it in the book block that it just came out shorter than what I wanted it to on the edges. So you can see here, yep, that's one of the issues right there. That little in sheet likes to catch on the corner because it's so close to the edge. And you can see here on the corner, because it's got it's a square block with rounded corners, that corner really protrudes out there. But even if this was rounded, it still wouldn't be within that text block. So that was one area where, again, my measurements, I tried to double measure, triple measure, make sure everything was right. And when I put the block in, it still was too short. But you can see on this side, actually, this is a little bit longer. So it's probably how I put it into the block. And I think you can kind of see down here, it's a little bit harder to see, but there's a gap right here a little bit between the book block and the cover, more than usual. I think that's maybe where I didn't push that spine down enough where these pages would go back. But all in all, I mean, it's in there very well. It's nice, it's supple, it's easy to hold in the hand. So again, the text block is right. So this is, as I was talking about, if you have a text block you really like, it's better to rebind it to get the text block you like, and then have it rebound in a cover that's going to last you a long time. And so I'm definitely going to put this thing through the paces. Now, as you can see, the show through is definitely noticeable, but the camera is going to pick this up a lot more than your eye does. So like in person, I noticed the ghosting, but it's not enough to where it affects the reading or anything like that. So I really prefer this. Now you're going to see this again with the black and the red where it's really going to show up here. But again, like I said, in person, reading this Bible as text block, it's one of the best large prints out there. It's so clean, so basic. The line spacing's great. Everything is clean. Verse numbers are big enough. They're spaced out properly. It's just a great text block. It really is. And so I really do enjoy reading from it. And I really wish the camera would actually do this more justice as far as it is showing way too much ghosting comparatively to how it actually looks in person. But there it is, guys. This is the second rebind. Here you can see the tab from the leather in there, and that was cut. Again, you can see that this probably needed to be pulled up a little bit more to match the rest of this. So you can definitely tell that, yeah, this needed to be pulled up a little bit more. But at any rate, the measurements still were a little bit off. But thankfully, the whole text block at least sits within the cover. So it's not protruding out of it. And I've used it quite a bit this last week, and it's been a great Bible. So what I did was, because when you do open it, you'll notice the text block pulls back, right? Because it opens. So then the corners here, what happens when you go to shut it right there, starts pushing on that corner. And so what I actually did to kind of help combat that was I bent these corners a little bit on the harder vinyl stuff, because that's going to keep just cutting through that corner, and I think eventually it's going to pull it up all the way. Which you can kind of see. Because it's been cut in that latex cement, it's pulling up a little bit, but not anything too bad. And so I don't think over the long run it's going to be terrible. But so you can see when you bend that page a little bit, it helps kind of go over the top. That's really the main place I have that problem. So that was just because I made the liner a little bit too short, than I should have expanded it out more than I did. But all in all, it was still fun. So there you can see the gold ribbon. Show you the brown ribbons here. There's the brown. And again, just lays really nice. It's very easy to read on the eyes. So it was fun. It was cool putting this cover. It is amazing the difference of the feel when you do a leather lined Bible. And so I'll leave you with the look here on the outside cover again. So yep, did the tool line all the way around the pages, everything like that. Then we did the spine hubs, did the tool line there, and the back cover had the tool line as well. And this brown goatskin is just amazing from the company I get it from, Springfield Leather Company. It's just great leather. I really love it. It's easy to work with. The only thing is when you do cut the cover out, it does get a little bit wavy when you're cutting it, and that's just due to the fact it's stretching and pulling and everything like that. But the lambskin didn't at all. It did not get wavy one bit, and so it was really easy to cut and make a precision, cut and paste with it. So I may experiment with this being my cover next time instead of my liner, but I'll say this, it makes a fantastic liner. It gives a lot of flexibility to the goatskin, and the goatskin's a lot tougher on the outside, so I could scratch it up and it's not going to, you're not going to see it. Whereas the lambskin's really soft and it would indent pretty easily. So I wanted to kind of experiment with that, but now that I've done it, I kind of want to see what would happen if I flip it where the lambskin's on the outside, the goatskin's on the inside, and see what that does. So I may try that on another Bible soon, but yep. So that's the thing. If you got a text block that you like too, just get it Rebound. Get the text block and then try to rebind it yourself. There's a lot of good videos. It's at least a fun thing to do. And you definitely feel a sense of accomplishment after you get it done, and really a sense that you do want to read it because you've put the time and effort to put it together. And so I would say even devotionally, it kind of helps you. Really do want to pick it up more and read it since you made the cover and everything. So that's been one cool thing as well. But yep, great text block, and the cover is nice. So Bible I'm going to try to use for a while. And that's it. So if you guys have any questions or comments on it, please leave those in the comment section. I'll get to those, but leave you with a comparison here of the first one compared to the second one. All right. Well, there is the comparison. Thank you guys for watching. Take care and God bless.